There's a new Irish film in cinemas coming on the back of quite a few others, The Quiet Girl, After Sun and the BAFTA-winning Banshees of Inisherin. Curiously, I'm told Redemption of a Rogue was greeted more enthusiastically at home than any of them, possibly because it's more Irish than the rest.
Jimmy Cullen. I guess you could say he was oh so tired of the old living. Jimmy had to return home to face his demons.
Davy?
Redemption of a Rogue opens as our leading character Jimmy, it's a little much to call him our hero perhaps, returns home to the village of Ballyluff, County Cavan after 7 years. He's back to see his brother Damien and his dying dad. There's a touching deathbed scene.
To earn his salvation.
Sorry for never getting in touch, except for that time for the bail money. That money wasn't for bail money. That was for booze, Dad, and prostitutes, Dad, and crystal meth. Dad?
Well, I say touching. Dad dies furious, but no matter. Damien and Jimmy arrange the funeral on an appropriately wet, miserable afternoon. But there's a snag. Dad's lawyer arrives with bad news.
Your father has a serious condition. In his will, it demands, under no circumstances, is to be buried when it is raining.
When's it going to stop raining?
Dad's will forbids a funeral if it's raining, and the rain looks well established. In fact, it looks like it may never stop raining. This is a matter of concern, not just for the brothers, but for the whole village.
Thanks a million for coming out today. You've been great. Funeral's off, essentially. We'll let you know when it's back on, OK? So, yes,
Hello.
Yeah.
Are we still going to get the sandwiches up in the hotel after?
No.
Well, that was clearly the original idea behind Redemption of a Rogue. What if a plague of biblical proportions was to strike a village in the middle of Ireland? Because it's not just a matter of rain. The children of Ballyluff all stop talking. Next, there's likely to be disease, frogs, flies, the whole thing. So where to from here? A story like this needs more than one narrator.
The powers that be, or should I say the powers that pee, are still pissing down on Ballylough there in Cavan.
A tale of great deluge falls into my mind. A tale from the gutter.
Which is what it gets. There's the actual narrator, Pat McCabe, who also doubles as a blues musician. And there's the jokey radio DJ, played by writer-director Philip Doherty himself. You get the idea that every expense has been spared in this little movie.
But even in the sewers of the world, all humans have a craving for life.
That blues musician thing. Jimmy pops down to the pub after a few days of no funeral and plenty of rain to discover it's been invaded by a whole lot of ageing musicians from all over the country. What's going on? Is this some sort of parable or something?
Soothe my soul, soothe my soul.
Where are all these musicians from?
We travel from the bottom of society to sing the blues.
I know many of us had rather similar feelings when we were halfway through the rather more important Banshees of Inisherin. But for some reason this seems to be more so, partly because you get the feeling that your man Philip Doherty and his loyal buddy Aaron Monaghan, who plays Jimmy, are making this up as they go along.
Why specifically this shit?
I said I'm going to the saddest town in the whole world to pour out my pain. Pour out my pain in a place where it rains for all eternity.
Still, that's a time-honoured Irish method of storytelling, and at least it's not boring. You wonder when the church will make an appearance in the plot, and I can assure you, you won't be waiting long. Jimmy pops into a local church after a few drops of the hard stuff, and is surprised when the Virgin Mary strikes up a conversation.
It's been 40 days of perpetual rain.
How can I end this? Answer me, you fraud!
Jimmy, have you got any fags?
I've only rollies.
Well, say what you like about redemption of a rogue, you can't deny it's the first time you've ever heard Jesus' mother say the line, "Got any fags?" It's about now that Jimmy runs into another significant character, the local loose woman Masha, short for Magdalene, who offers her own redemption.
Love is the only thing that can heal, Jimmy.
You know, the cure to pain is pleasure.
It's a long, rambling, boozy tale, in other words, the sort of story you'd expect from the likes of other Irish storytellers like James Joyce, Samuel Beckett and Shane MacGowan. At its heart is the blackest of comedy. Jimmy tends to pass out and dream of nooses, cloaked in a drunken take on redemption.
Our town is dying. You need to bury Menendez plague once and for all.
This song tells you
I think I know how to stop the rain. Come.
But over that is another cloak of a typically Irish version of a likeable romantic comedy. Would it help to be Irish to fully enjoy redemption of a rogue? I'd say it would be essential.
Down, down, I'll take you down. From the cradle to the grave, from your cloak to your crown. Swinging by a rope, you're hanging from a tree. Sexual confession will set you free.